Hi, greetings, everyone. Good evening, good night to wherever you are. I'm your queen. I want to say greetings to everyone. Um, Peace and love and light. I'm going to say a prayer. Dear Lord, I ask you to protect me from evil spirits and evil thoughts, evil people, and evil vibrations. All evil ears go deaf, and all lying tongues go numb, and let their tongue get swallowed and swell up where their throat can't even talk. Lord, I ask you to rebuke every evil spirit from all evil sides. And for my collectives out there, I ask for protection and peace and prosperity and overflowing health and wealth. And return to sender to anybody that wish any harm or evildoers on all the chosen. Ashe, Ashe. Today is about life lessons. And life lessons is simply the way we live and what we care about and how we treat each other. I'm just looking at how I look. So hopefully this won't, I'm not going to say, I'm just going to say whatever I say and stop whenever I stop. I hope y'all can hear me. How is that? So I want to share some words of uplifting and prosperity, even in my time of going through whatever I go through. I thank God I don't look like what I've been through, and I don't feel like what I've been through. I thank God that for all of us that did the work and did our shadow work, for all our divine feminines and divine masculines, chosen and unchosen, wise and unwise. If you're not wise, this is where you could come to get wise. There's so many of us to spread the gospel. And the gospel is not just the Bible, it's our way of life. It's how we live, it's how we treat each other, it's what we think about ourselves. And the most assuring and love that we can give is to ourselves. Why you give it to yourself? Because that's what the Lord give it to you. If the Lord loves us, he said, I'm going to give you my best. So why can't we give him our best? So I thought about that. I said, you know what? You're right, Lord. I'm not going to settle for less. I've been through enough. In this life, we don't have to all the time turn the other cheek or be forgiven. Yes, we do need to forgive, but not to those that is not genuine. Mm-mm. No. We treat each other as we want to be treated. And as many people we hurt, people, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Anybody that we afflict more than ourselves, and depend on the maximum or the damage to the degree of the magnitude of whatever the damage is done to each individual other than yourselves. If you go to the wrong one for the wrong reason, it's karma. That means that universally, anything you put out with your intentions, and your intentions is not well. So if you wish anything on anybody, that comes back to you, because whatever you put out is your intentions, is your feelings, is your vibe, is your frequency. You got to get that back. It's as simple as that. Do good, be good. Do better, be better. Live better. How we treat each other, what you think in your heart, what you think in your spirit, so shall it be. If your walk is peaceful, then peace will follow you. The magnitude of this life, just living, and so many of us is living in a matriotic world, right? And tell us what to do. It's already programmed. So the best thing we could do is deprogram yourself. If everything we was taught is a lie, right? It's truth in lies. You just got to find it. Find your own truth. Use your own life as a guide. If you can't figure nothing else out, you should not. We should not tell ourselves we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. We do. So why do we? That's everything is not a mistake. Everything is not an accident. Everything is a learning experience. And once you learn, if that works for you, is this the life you want for you? Is it prosperous for you? Is it healthy for you? And once you come to synopsis of your own analysis, you can answer your own questions. Like for one, we all wish that, well, if I wish I would have got something when I was younger, or if I was in my teens, or if I was 15, or if I was 18, I wish I would have got this when I was 20, or whatever age we want to say. We was not mature enough to receive the information we have now. That's why we didn't get it earlier. We would not know what to do with it. Why? Because we would not be mature enough to handle it. It's as simple as that. We get what we get when we get it. When we get to a place in our life, everybody's on different timelines, and that means simply that everybody, depending on where their life is and what they learned in their life and their life lessons, whatever knowledge you have and whatever circles of friends you have and whatever knowledge that's around you, if it's not enough knowledge around you, that's all you want to know. If you spiritually inclined with yourself, that's your higher self, you should want to try to get there. How you get there? By being true to yourself, being honest, and sharing, and just saying whatever it is on your spirit. And whatever happened in your life, if whatever tragedy you came from, say it. Who's going to beat you? I mean, people going to ridicule you. They can say a lot of things, but there's a lot of fake prophets. There's a lot of fake believers. There's a lot of non-believers that say they believe, but they don't. And they believe that we should not treat people as they should be treated, especially if they was kind to us, loving, nurturing, all those things that we need in this world, because so many of us get hurt and we got a lot enough pain already. So even if for the haters, they already have enough pain in their heart on themselves. So why cause them more pain than what they're already in? They already don't love themselves. If you got to be jealous, bitter, envy, any of those things that the Lord said, turn away from those sides. That's worldly. That's our flesh. When you love more than just your flesh and live more than just for this world, then you're on your way. You're on the right track. If you ever get lost, ask the Lord, please help me to get back on track. Send your angels to guide me back. You will have to do some things. You will have to give up this worldly things, and shoes and clicks and giggles and things of ratings, and to see what people's going to say, if how many people's going to admire you. I just care about if people listen to me, if they hear me. Then I hope my words inspire you. The heavy that life gets, the things that we have to endure, is better that we show more love. Just to be more thankful and mindful that all of us is going through something together. If this world is changing, then we have to change for the better. Because if we take our families out, our loved ones, and you never know who you need. The very one that you taken out for greed, for things, that that's frivolous. But if you take a life, you can't get that back. But it can haunt you, because all it do is just cross over, just go to the other side. It's just out of the body on both sides. No matter what God you want to serve. You want to serve the God of this world, or you want to serve the God of your spirit and walk the way that the Lord said to walk. If we love and we have dominion, Why don't we believe it? Why don't we talk like that? All the chosen, all the ones that we all have a universal language because we're not scared to say what we feel and what is right, regardless of how other people feel about it or what they think about it. We just don't. We serve a power that's greater than ourselves and that got our back. And then we have our loved ones that crossed over and they got our back too. I mean, we may look alone, may feel alone. I thank God. I want to give a special thanks to my spirit team, to Archangel Michael, that's always fighting for us, the defense, our defender. I want to give thanks to Archangel Metatron, all the archangels. There's so many of them. I thank you for your covering. I thank you, greats, all my greats from every side, all my ancestors far and wide, my ancient ancestors. I thank you greatly for watching over us beyond the skies. The things that we don't know, you let us know so ever so gently. My people, it's time to wake up. It's time to come out of this illusion that we can only live one way, or you can only succeed one way, or be successful one way. If you can get all the things you need to get, whether it's finance or a roof over your head, the Lord said, "Come to me. Let me go before you. Call on me. Let me be your defense. I can make your road straight. I can change anybody's heart. I can change their spirit. I can prosecute anybody for you. If you come to me, read my words, pray to me, speak. Let me be your everlasting authority." So I believe like that. I walk like that. I pray like that. My people, if you see me, I shouldn't even be here. But by the grace of God and his covering, I'm here. Through all adversities, no matter what came against me, how many attacks, and it was many that came after this one. I'm not the only one, but I am the last one. I'm one of the ones. When you're on a mission and you live for a purpose, it's better to do things with attention and with a purpose than just to do it just because it's easy to get along or to go along. Don't be easy to go along and to get along, because you could go along to get along and it's not going to work out for you. Everybody that has family, your friends or whatever you're close to, take another look. Ask them. Watch them. What do they care about? The things they talk about. Do they talk about things that to inspire, to uplift, for you to get closer to your original self, what we originally came here to do? All the blessings and all the gifts that the Most High gave us, we naturally have it. But they told us to stay away from it because it's a bad habit. How can that be? It's in the Bible. They tell you repeatedly how many times you have to sacrifice and what you have to sacrifice and how many animals you need to bring to the altar. The old virgin. I'm just saying. Yeah. And it said to go to church. The Lord told me not to go. So I said, well, what God told you? Because my God don't tell me. I'm like, okay, so we know it's two different gods. So which one are you praying to? Because I know the Lord do not separate herself from herself. Any goodness don't separate goodness from goodness. Water don't separate itself from itself. Right? So if the house of the Lord is where the Lord is at, and the Lord said, don't go there because I'm not there. I'm not going to tell nobody else what to do. I'm going to just say what the Lord spoke to me. I'm going to be obedient to that one because I know that one is everywhere I'm at, where everybody else go, wherever you at in your bathroom, whether you go to the store, wherever you do, that's where the Lord is at. How can you and the Lord be one if you're separate? If you got to go to the house, go find them. They told us to go outwardly. Go and seek. Now, when we look in the mirror, we don't compare ourselves to the Lord because we're looking for something else. Your spirit needs to be identified to match whatever it is that you say that you are of the Creator. If the Creator is all wise and wonderful and all powerful and all knowing, why wouldn't you say that that's the way you come from? You don't have to be as wise as the Almighty. You just need to be connected to it. You need to be connected to a power, a source that is all covering on all sides. So whatever harm shall come against you, it won't prosper. You have to believe a certain way. We have to believe the things that we don't see, that didn't happen yet. Do you believe that it's going to happen for you if you live the righteous life? He said, I don't forsake my righteous. Why don't we believe? Why don't we believe? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to read something. I'm going to read from Romans. Give me a second. Okay. Looking for Romans. Oh, that's why. Okay. Let's see. 20. Okay, so it says from the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his internal power and divine nature, have been clearly observed in what he made. As a result, people have no excuse. They knew God but did not praise and thank him for being God. Instead, their thoughts were pointless and their misguided minds were plunged into darkness. While claiming to be wise, they became fools. They exchanged the glory of the immortal God for statues that looked like mortal humans, birds, animals, and snakes. For this reason, God allowed their lust to control them. As a result, they dishonored their bodies by sexual perversions with each other. These people have exchanged God's truth for a lie, so they have became ungodly. This is Romans 20 I'm reading from. This is 25. These people have exchanged God's truth for a lie, so they have become ungodly and serve what is created rather than the Creator who is blessed forever. Amen. For the reason God allowed their shameful passions to control them, their women have exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. Likewise, their men have given up natural sexual relations with women and burn with lust for each other. Men commit indecent acts with men, so they experience among themselves the punishment they deserve for their perversion. Now, those are curses. So, if anybody want to know about same sex, those are curses. It doesn't matter how you felt when you was born. It don't matter when you felt like a woman or felt like a man. You wanted to change your body or whatever the case is to be with the same sex or whatever the case is. That's just one of them. That's not the only ones. That's a curse. Why is that a curse? Because God said to be fruitful and multiply in Genesis, right? If God told us to be fruitful and multiply, you know that's true because we got babies, we got kids all over the place, right? It's a lot of people walking around the world. So that's what the natural order is supposed to be. Anytime we disobey and we go against the natural use of ourselves to give up your birthright, whether you believe that you're selling your birthright or not, anytime you're giving up your integrity or you exchanging any part of yourself for any part of this worldly possessions to get paid for, and it goes against your integrity or to cross or to undermine or to chop down or to step on or to backstab or to slander or to take out or to unalive. Either way, those are crimes against humanity and they also a crime in the spiritual world. Okay? So anytime we do a universal crime, doing witchcraft and spells and speaking, just speaking, low vibrational, cursing, or wishing anything on anybody for any reason, it is a curse on that person and it's also to yourself if it's unwarranted. Please understand, if it's not warranted, it's going to return and it's not going to feel great. It's not going to feel as good as it is coming out your mouth. I'm going to tell you that. So this is 28. And because they thought it was worthless to acknowledge God, God allowed their own immoral minds to control them. So do these indecent so do these indecent things. Okay, let me read that again. 28. And because they thought it was worthless to acknowledge God, God allowed their own immoral minds to control them. So do these indecent things. Their lives are filled with all kinds of sexual sins, wickedness, and greed. They are mean. They are filled with envy, murder, quarreling, deceit, viciousness. They are gossips, slanders, haters of God, haughty, arrogant, and boastful. They think of new ways to be cruel. They don't obey their parents. They do not have any sense. Do not keep promise. Do not keep promises. Do not show love to their own families or mercy to others. Although they know God's judgment, that those who do such things deserve to die. They do not only although they although they know God's judgment, that those although that although they know God's judgment, that those who do such things deserve to die, they do not only do these things but also approve of others who do them. Now, anybody is an innocent bystander and you just figure you innocent and you watching somebody commit a crime or do something wrong or get over on someone and you watch and you say, well, it's not me, but I'm cool with them. They can do this. You also are being watched by the Most High. It doesn't matter if you are our age where you can go out and you can have sexual pleasures, you can stay out at night. I'm talking to you. So all those people that can do all those things, we are all held accountable for the actions that we do. And I just read them. So it's punishable to death to do these things or to watch somebody else do something and partake in it and to say, well, I'm it's not me. So you got people that throw rocks and hide their hands. Like nobody can see you. Nobody don't know your attributes. If you know the demons by their attributes, then you'll know their whole resume. Well, that's just for me then. I will say I don't think that's just for me, but I'm gonna speak for myself because everybody don't know how to do that. You can look at someone and they can by whatever they talking about, If the things they don't share, and if they got too many problems, you got people that just don't understand the principle of how hard it is to be able to live this life and not cause harm to no one. And the ones that you did that I offended, you have to make amends. You have to pay your common debt. You need to be able to make amends and to give yourself a clean slate. That means that you don't have drama coming back from the background from your past life coming to haunt you. So it's better to be good in this life. It's better for your spirit, it's better for your soul, it's better for your mind. If you change your mind and your spirit and you have a different change of perspective about this life, it will make more sense why things happen in your life. Pay attention to your own life, stay in your own lane, so that way you could be respectful to the creator that gave you life, that healed you from your own pain, that healed your scars when you was broken, the things that we couldn't do when we thought that it was nobody there, it was nobody to turn to, but it was one that lives inside of you, and you can always talk to that one. It will always understand you. Even when you confuse, it's you and you alone that has to pick yourself up. Yes, do we get advice? Do we get encouragement? Have we been raised properly, or have one or another come in our life at one point in time and gave us some beautiful inspiration, some tools to take with us on our journey in life? Even if you just met them one time. There's a such thing to be your own, to be your own self, and to be your own true self and to walk in your own truth. You're going to have many to come against you. I have many to come against me. It doesn't matter, because to be against me is to be against the Almighty, and that's a problem. If you got a problem with anybody that serves the highest power, the creator, that tell us what to do, that give us instruction, that saves us from the things we can't save ourselves from, the things that we can't see, that's in the unknown. We got two spirits. It's two gods. It's the God of this world, and then it's the God of your spirit. It's not you giving credit to you. You're giving credit to the Most High, but that power and that love that comes from that one, you reside. It said that you mine. So all that is under that one, he gives us authority, dominion. We able to speak for those and cast down. I can say judgment if your hands is clean and your spirit is clean. If you have not harmed anyone, you don't wish harm, you don't retaliate on those that retaliate on you. You get out the way and stop them from using you. Take all your energy back. I call all my energy back. And a whole bunch of people fell flat. But I tell you, don't do nothing wrong to me and to those that God got his protection over, or their loved ones, because you don't understand what that is. Because you see someone by themselves, or you figure you took out all the rest of them, or I took out the best of them, or the fact that you just by yourself. And they say easy prey, easy target, until they mess around and find out. Shouldn't have did that. Mess with the wrong one. Sometimes, in most cases, it's better to be cordial, because even if somebody is wicked or they practice or whatever, don't give them a reason. You could be cool. I'm cool with them on both sides. Because what you gonna do? You gotta respect the power that's under the big joker. I play with the big joker all the time. Why? Because it wins all the time. Even if you got one joker in your hand and all the other cards is crap, but you got one. That's one beatable book that you know is guaranteed to win all the time. That's why you play with the big joker. The big joker to me is the Most High. That's the creator. And as many creators, because there's many of us gods. How can we not be Why would he make all of us in his image and we not be able to create? Do that make sense? You can't be a creator and not create. If you create, if you able to reproduce children, if you garden, if you able to grow anything, if you able to uplift and inspire anything, that's growth. And only us women can do it. That's not to put the men down. The men is to give us the babies, but we carry them and we able to carry and raise and have both sex. We the only beings and the only ones that give life to both is female. Even the animals, most of them. The women give life to both sex, and the men look after and cultivate and keep whatever it is that's already been growth, monitor and protect it. It's help to cultivate and nurture, to oversee, to balance out whatever it is that the woman that we give life to. And some of our women, please learn to use your life more valuable. Stop opening up your legs. There's too many. It's not just diseases and babies you can get. It's sexual transmitted demons that you can also have, and that makes you more promiscuous than normal. When that demon is out of you and you calm down, you find out that sex is a special thing that it should be shared with between someone and yourself, you and another one that is special to you. For some people in the alphabet, I don't want to offend anybody. For the everybody do what you're going to do. Heterosexuals, everybody, a sin is a sin. Things that goes against the Most High, it is not permitted. It doesn't matter if we like it or not. It doesn't matter if we feel how we feel about it. You can feel a lot of ways. That doesn't make it not true, or make it to the point whatever it is that the Lord, that the Most High said, the Creator. These are the things: do not defile your body for these reasons. Wait on me. Wait upon the Lord for me to give you. And then we got to put ourselves in position to earn whatever it is that we asking for, and you need to know what you're capable of. You should know what your strengths are. Don't ask for anything that you're not ready to do, or that you're not capable of doing, or that you don't feel good about, or that you're not sure of. That could be going to school. It doesn't matter if you're driving a car or if you riding the bike for the first time. Whatever it is, I'm not saying not to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself in what you know that you're capable, and what your capabilities are, to be able to meet those challenges. And most of the challenges that we're going to have is life. And if we don't pass these life lessons, then you don't pass in real life with the Most High. It doesn't matter if the world approves of you. You can get all the plaques. You can go to school and put all your trophies on the wall. You can do all those things. It's wonderful. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just going to say, after you do it, who and what did you do it for? What was your purpose? I'm just saying, what is the bigger purpose? Because if it's not pleasing to the Lord, then we said we did all these things. I fed the homeless. I prayed. I went to church, and I fed people. If it's not for the Lord, naturally, that's already naturally created in you to do something that's naturally what you was born to do. Anything that the world tell us to do, and it gives us a prescription and it blocks us out of our natural, okay, let's say our own natural experiences. So whatever experience you have working on a car, whatever it is, and being a hairdresser or whatever, and you say, well, okay, you fill out your resume. They don't want to know what you actually got experience in, because it doesn't matter if you didn't go to one of their schools and they gave you credit for it. If they didn't give you credit, or you got a certificate or something to say that you went here and you approved by our government and by our standards to be able to do such and such. I don't know about you. I did it for a while. I went that way like everybody else, but then I realized it's taking us the wrong way. well, you telling me to go against my God self. You doing things that the Lord don't permit. They got all kinds of shenanigans all over the place. The commercials, the TV, I mean the movies, all over the place. It's so many things that goes against the Most High, and everybody they got celebrations for it. You can do all kinds of things. You can get married. You can do all the things that God said do not. Same sex should not be congratulated or promoted to anything. The same way with same sex. It doesn't matter if we heterosexual. If you live in a beast life or you're doing anything that goes against the grain, you too. All these things in the cesspool goes together. Stealing, lying, anything that's a force profiting is the worst, especially for those that teach the children. When you're offering up the little children, who are you offering? What God are you offering up the children to? Because God don't live there and would not tell us to offer up anything. Only thing we supposed to be is give thanks and be thankful. If we could be thankful and give thanks and live a righteous life from our unrighteous life, it doesn't matter what walk of life we came from. Did you change to tell yourself, let me live a better life than whatever it is that I was living? Can I be okay with the things that I did if it was sent to me or if it was heard anywhere else? Can I be okay with myself or if my children or if people knew certain things about me from my past? If the answer is no, then you should change your pattern, change your behavior, change your lifestyle, change the way you think, the way you see yourself. Do something that's more pleasing to yourself. Do something that's going to benefit yourself. Uplift yourself so you can be uplifting to others. Be the seed that you want to see grow. I'm going to say that again. Be the seed that you want to see grow, that you want to see yourself reproduce, regrow your own seed. Be whatever it is that you want to be in this world, and let that be for you. I want it to be everything. Everything that I am, how I want to be treated, I treat people that way. If they don't treat me the same, it's okay. I know when to stop and walk away. Don't need to fight. Don't need to hurt anyone. After I did all the fighting, after you get past all that part, you don't want to hurt anybody. Well, I'm going to speak for me. I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not going to let nobody hurt me, but I know how to get out the way, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to put my hands on you. You already put your hands on yourself by doing the wrong thing. If everybody, for all the ones that's conscious and they spirit that got compassion, love, and integrity and morals and discipline for themselves, care about themselves. This is for men and women. Please learn to be more assertive and more discerning of who and what you give your time to and who we sleep with and who we call family. Everybody is not family because we look like kinfolk or we came from the same mom or the same dad or we in the same bloodline. Everybody in the same bloodline don't have the same spirit. So if they don't have the same spirit as you, it's only one and two. You need to find out which one is you and which one is number two, because number two gonna know which one is you. I know I'm a child of God, so everybody gets measured up to me. Not what I do, not the things I like, how many things we got in common. Your spirit needs to be in peace and it needs to be in alignment. It's nobody, if anybody is contradiction or contrary or contradictory to your spirit and your guidelines and how you live peaceful and your mind is in a peaceful state where it's you in your highest state and your highest conscience of your higher self. Your higher self is always going to be your righteous self. That's all that is. You are in your lower self is your flesh self, which is your worldly self, which you live for the things that people got to keep up with the Joneses or to go to the games, get caught up in everything when it's so many things that they put up. And they said this world is a stage. The world is a stage. It's so many children, so many things that happen when we look at the red carpet. Do you know why they put it red? All the things that they do to get their trophies and accolades and actors and singers and all these people that do some many things, and it looks so wonderful when they see them, and they get to express themselves and talk about it, and the things they have to do behind scenes. If you knew the things that they did, you wouldn't want to support them. Why would you support somebody that hurts children, or take out their family just to get some chump change, to get a career, that tell you to take out your family line? Take out the ones you love, the ones you don't love, trap them too. Come on, I got enough room for all of you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bring your pets, bring everybody, bring your babies. I got enough room for everybody to drive everybody crazy. Come on, I got a little something for everybody. And we come in because we want to be like them. We want to see like them. We want to go in their rooms and be invited to their special parties. And they say, you want to be in our special party? Well, come on, come on, come on, come along, come. And when you get in there, you feel excited because you came from the bottom. They know how to get you. They want you to be raggedy and broken in our neighborhoods and have a messed up life and turmoil and sex abuse and all kinds of things. They want you to be broken. So when you see something like that, you will give up your soul for every goddamn thing because you're looking at where you came from. You ain't had nothing going on. See, that's how they get you. Because if you have faith, you said, the Lord don't want me to go down this way. We should have had enough of seeing how it affect our own people, our loved ones, to go down the same road, to go hurt our loved ones, the mothers of our children. You got these gangs and organizations and covens and cults that prey on innocent mothers and children and family members. If they died, they use life insurance. They use all kinds of things and off them and get more money off of them. You know why? Because they got an organization that is thick. Why? They got the judges, lawyers, doctors. They got a whole ring of absent-minded people that pass on and stamp for these people to do. For this is how this world been functioning. It is chosen ones against the unrighteous, unrighteous against the righteous, and that's what it is, and that's what it's always been. They told us about color, and it started off look like that, but they were seeking to find whom they can devour of one of God's elect. That's a problem. Because why are you chasing after one of God's people just to keep whatever it is that you're doing underhanded when everybody can live a decent life on both sides? We don't have to hurt each other. We don't have to. Why would money have to get to a place to where you got to take somebody out in order for you to live? When you could have just did your own thing, lived the way you want, that person make their own. This is spiritual against religion. Religion is something, a practice. Spiritualness is a way of life. See the difference? It's how you believe. It's how you show up in the world. It's how you talk to people, how you treat people, the way how you think of yourself, how you hold yourself to a certain standard, how you be respectful, the way you respect yourself. Do you respect others that way? These are the things that we overlook and take for granted because we worrying about getting to work on time or taking our kid to a school to be programmed to sit there all day, and you wonder why our kids is bouncing off the wall when they come from school because they didn't have enough time to play. They sitting down all day with pent up energy waiting to come home just so they could jump off the walls and jump up and down and be like, Jesus, Christmas, didn't you? Aren't you tired? You've been in school all day. You don't want. No, I've been sitting down, following instructions, being programmed all day. After you find out that you finished being programmed, all the ones that don't want to be in the matrix and still following, it is a such way. If there's another way to still live this world and still get the things, the same things you need to get, still go to work and all that, but you're just doing it the way that the Most High wants you to do it. You praying, you asking the Lord, go for me. Whatever it is that you have for me, guide me to what you have for me. Let your will be done. All of you and none of me. If you ask the Lord to go before you, Why wouldn't the Lord make your road straight? Why wouldn't it not be straight? Why wouldn't you not be covered if you're already covered under the almighty wings? As many of them, as many of us gods, we get to choose what God we want to be. Who and what do you want to worship? Who do you want to marvel after? We can pick and choose, or we can choose to be our own disaster, whichever way you want to go. I'm just going to say, I said a few words what the Lord put on my heart. And all that I get understanding, get overstanding. Because if you can overstand, that means that you got it. Don't use common sense, use sense. Because every common is too common. Everybody's using the same type of understanding. And that's why it's under. You understand? That's why we got so many problems. If it's so many religions out here, everybody wants to be something other than what the Most High said to be. If you do something naturally, why can't that be okay for you to make a living off of it? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I don't need to. I can't say that. I believe that we all perfect. As God said, I made you wonderfully and fearfully made. So I believe that. I believe it. No matter if you chubby or you got a little weight or you skinny or whatever it is, your faith and your strength is what gets you through this life. If you could pass this test through this life, then you can say or be able to teach someone else. If you have not mastered the part of life in the 3D version to get over your feelings, to get over pain, hurt, integrity, your morals, everything in the book is being tested until we finish all those levels. Love, hurt, caring, sharing. After you get past fighting and arguing, because you got to go through all of that to get to this side. You got to go through it so you can understand and dissect it. I figure like this. I use my own self as my own therapist. I do. I talk to myself, and if I have an issue, I seem like I make it like if I was another person on the outside of me, if they had the same issue I had, but they somebody else, what would I say? If I'm giving advice or and it's my problem, put it on somebody, put it like if it was I'm the opposite, there's somebody else's problem, and then I dissect it that way. That works for me. And that also works the same for me, even with death, losing your loved ones. A lot of people, unaliving, people find it hard or lose their faith when they lose their loved ones. Well, I'm going to share something. You can take it or let it alone. I just take the strength of it. I don't use anything to make me weak or something that's going to make me sad or put me in a depressed state. I just, I just don't. I don't see anything negative. I see everything, even if something start off bad or it could be negative, I still see a positive. Anything that starts off bad could always be turned to a positive. You could always get a lesson, a blessing. You could get taught. Somebody learned something off of somebody else's pain. Somebody had something that happened to them. Somebody got left. Somebody was abandoned. Somebody was raped. Somebody was molested. Somebody was jailed. Somebody was killed. Somebody had something, but somebody healed. Somebody came through all of that. Somebody walked tall. Somebody drew strength off of that. Somebody cried. Somebody fell. Somebody lost their way. Some people unalived themselves. Some people couldn't take the pressure of these things that life put on us. And who puts it on us? Because if we think that the Most High is putting something on us, yes, it's because you got the enemy walking around causing havoc. So when that happens, Believe that we all going to get tested one way or another. It's just going to test how strong you are, how strong your faith is. I figure if we measure, well, this is how I do it. If it's not, if something or somebody taking something or as long as you don't come against my peace with me and the Lord dwell, then me and you might not, we ain't gonna have a big problem. But if you come across with me and the Lord dwell, that's where my peace is. So I'm saying that out loud. So people, if I'm saying that out loud, somebody gonna be like, "Oh, let's test her peace," because she said that that's the only thing that can bother her is her peace. That's the only thing that will bother you too. Because if you bother me, that's what's gonna happen to you. I don't gotta do nothing to you. I'm gonna just turn to sender like that. Now I can just sit here. People think that I'm not a tarot reader. At least not yet. Until the Lord bring me to that. I just know what I know naturally. So whatever I know, I share it. Whatever the Lord said, share, uplift my people, tell them about me. Tell them the things, the do's and the don'ts. The things that we care about, the Lord don't want us to care about it because it doesn't have anything to do with the spirit that he put in us for the reason why we here, and the things that they put in front of us to look at or to enjoy is something wicked behind it. I said, well, is everybody wicked? Everybody don't have to be wicked, but to be attached to something wicked is something you got to say. Because it's just like, well, I'm not doing it. I just read it. Well, I don't do that. But you in something that does things in the background that is very strange and very harmful or very disgraceful or belittling. Why attach ourselves to filth if we're not filthy? Like, you're just not gonna see a high being with someone that's drinking, that's a drug addict, or hanging where the drug addicts hang out at. Now, if it's in a place where to help them to clean up, then we'll be able to assist. But if it's not that, it's just not gonna go together. It's just not. So what I'm saying is to be mindful of our surroundings and the things that we call and the people that we call friends and family. Look again, a lot of them are something else, and there's a lot of vampires where they steal energy vampires that will take everything you got and use you for everything you got. You won't even know it. Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you do it? And these are the people that never do nothing back. They got an excuse for every goddamn thing. They busy, they kids. Oh, I couldn't do it because I had to go to the hospital. Or, my husband, or my kids are sick. They give you every excuse on why they can't be like-minded as well as you. I don't get it. I thought people should treat people the way they want to be treated. If I'm kind to you and you call yourself my friend or my sis, why we can't be even? I'm an even person. I like fairness. I was taught that way. I was guided that way. So I am that way. Now, people that is like this, because we are a certain way, what we hear? Everybody's not like you. But that's even more reason why you should be more cordial, because everybody is not like that. So if you get a good-hearted person that's sent from the Lord itself, that being is not operating in themselves. They have a different spirit that give them a different signature to walk this life. It's called principle of power, and especially if you high ranking in the spiritual realm. Earth angel, chosen one, star seed, Palladians, whatever we are all that, and we all need to unite and have a meeting of the minds. And the rest of y'all have to wake up out of this illusion. God is here. It's only one side. Everybody got to pick a side. Either you on the world side because it help you to get over and you get your food stamps or whatever. This is the thing. This is a time where we need to join together and do more prayer. Because if everything else is shutting down, I believe that the Lord always got a way. He never leave his people without nothing. It doesn't matter who's in office or who's on what side. It's still got to go according to the way where he want to make sure the ones that's covered, his people gets covered. No matter what other system they create, it got to be something else, even if it's not, which it is. But I'm just saying, why don't we have faith? This is where faith would come in for all the Christianas, not just Christianas, all the ones that have all the faith believers. I don't care what denomination you're from. This is the time when you put on your armor. This is the time when we're supposed to practice our faith. Now, you can't go into church on right now. Either way, I'm just saying, you don't need to go in the house. You don't need to be a specific place to call on the Lord. You and yourself. Three that's gathered in the midst, the Lord is there. But if it's just you and yourself, that's accessible too, because you and yourself is two. You got two spirits in you, and it's a power that's greater than you, that's all over all the worlds and got all authority and all help and got all the angels on every side, good and evil, bad and wide, and whatever it is. The Lord got control over all powers, and if He give it and then take it back, if we misuse it, well, we don't. You get it taken back. If you misuse or use a forbidden witchcraft, which is the destiny swap, to take somebody's life or to take somebody's job or to get somebody fired, to cast any spells, fat spells, toilet spells, beauty spells, whatever kind of these people got is diabolical. There's all kinds of spells for every goddamn thing. And the ones that do these things to innocent people, you don't have no spiritual protection. It's a group. It's not even a group. It's just hundreds of people. It's a lot of people that ruin their families and their bloodline by doing dark things to innocent people or to an innocent one. I'm one. An innocent one that did nothing, caused no harm, will not cause no harm to none of my loved ones, but we have them. So what I'm saying to you is, don't take everything at face value because they seem cool. Sometimes they are, and they seem like it, but they not. They studying you. I had a whole lot of people study me, so I studied them too. I watched them do the wrongest thing. The wrongest thing you could do in this life is watch somebody else and study somebody else so you could be like them, or to take something of theirs, or to imitate them, or to undermine them. Either way, it's wrong. Why is it wrong? Because you're not focusing on what the Most High did for you. You're not focusing on what the Most High gave you. For people that change their body parts, their lips, their breasts, their butt, and want everything bigger and better, or whatever it is, if you don't have a medical reason and it's not life threatening, I'm just telling you, I'm the messenger. You can do what you will. I'm just saying, after you change all your body parts and you spent all your money thinking about who you could look better by or better for, or what kind of outfit I could look cute in, or I could look fine in, or whatever, which way you want to do it, just know that when we come to the Lord and you say, okay, Lord, I don't know you because you done changed yourself from the natural use of what you was born as. And once we do those things, it's disrespectful to the creator that made us a certain way, regardless of what our body shape or size is. If you change what you was made as, what you was came in this world as, and you confuse, how can you think the Lord know you? If you don't know yourself and you confuse, how can the Lord know you? You say, well, the Lord knows everything. No, He knows who's who by the actions, and that lines up, and that He could say, these are mine. All His ones is respectful to the Creator, whether we wasn't. But when you do get right, you want to be more mindful and be thankful And think about what I'm saying. If we not thankful and love the thing that we was made to be, how then can we want outside of ourselves for someone else to love us? Or do we pick our own and go by what we have in common, what we like? Oh, we like the same foods, we like the same music, yeah, we like to dance, or we like to stay inside. I'm chilled out, I'm this, I'm that. But it's a difference when the Lord do it. It's a difference, because it's going to be prescribed, and it's going to be the love that the most high have for you. He's going to send that man or that woman to love you that way. So it is better to wait. It is better to wait. Nobody's that valuable to just give yourselves away. And I'm so thankful I stopped doing it. So I'm not saying something that I never did. What I'm saying is, after you understand why you should safeguard yourself as a woman, as a man, everybody should not have access to you. Everybody should not have any access to our root chakra, our sacral chakra, was sacral chakra, chakra, which is in this area, our stomach area, red, orange, yellow. What is it? Red, yellow, orange. Let me look that up real quick. But either way, what I'm saying is, these we should be more protective over ourselves and over our bodies. The Lord said to wait, be preserving, be patient, wait on me. Don't fret. Psalms 37. Do not fret or cause harm for evildoers, for they soon be cut down. I believe that. When the Lord said, rejoice of any discomfort when trouble comes, rejoice and be glad for it. Because whatever you're going through gotta be way more than what you can even ask or think about when you get out from whatever it is. How many times did the Lord do it for us and we didn't even know it was being done or how it was going to be done? I'm just saying, as we love to think about the Creator's love, and then I thought about, if the Lord loved me in spite of our flaws, why do we worry about our flaws? Why do we worry about the things we did wrong, and how many people, if you corrected yourself, went back and apologized, make amends? It's better to let a person make amends, regardless if they mean it or not. But especially for the ones that want to ask for forgiveness and you say, well, I don't want to hear nothing from him or her. They did too much. If a person wants to, no matter, even for the ones that did all the wrong things to myself and they want to apologize. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you want to apologize, please don't come to me if your spirit is not genuine, if the purpose or your intent is not well. It will be in your best interest to stay away and stay in your own bubble and stay in your own mind. Please do not come to me knowing what you did on purpose was well thought out. It was well planned. It was a lot of enjoyment. So it was a lot of high intensity of doing something, going against the grain to anybody that does these. It's not a personal thing. I'm gonna make it general, but as well as personal, because these are the things that I've been through. When people attack and use all kind of different remedies, friends that's supposed to be friends, family that's supposed to be family, we're gonna have these people, and they are our first test when we come into this life. Whoever your loved one or your guardian or caretaker is, these people is responsible for shaping our lives. And after we get to a point where we can make decisions for ourselves, we're responsible for our own life, changing the narrative from wherever we started from. You have the ability to change. Those that don't, I don't feel bad for you. If you decided to not want to change your spirit or your heart, or you still want to be envious and jealous or bitter, Do you know what you're taking out of your life, and do you know who you're coming up against? Is it me, or is it the Lord that covers me? If the Lord covers us, then you have a bigger problem, because now you coming against the Creator that even blessed you in the first place. It's a disrespect there. Those ones will get dealt with according to their measures. Whatever the magnitude is, that's how great the magnitude is of the repercussions of karma. And they said, well, what's that? Well, you could either get good karma or you get bad karma, depending on what you put out. What you put in, whatever you sow within your spirit, so comes out of a man or a woman's heart, out of their mouth. Whatever your actions in your spirit is, be well to do well. Be cognitive and be conscious of your spirit, what intent you putting out into whom. Because if you unjustly wrong a righteous being for a selfish cause or act, to befriend or to take or mislead someone that is not due to, that is wrong. This person did not deserve it. They did not call for that. It was unwarranted. Any of those things is an offense to the Most High. And those that say, I don't care, so okay. Keep that same energy, because when life don't life for you the way it was lifing, when you was getting away with things and doing all the crooked things and ain't coming catch up to you yet, until you hit a snag or you come against the wrong or the right one or the realest one, because there's a lot of fakers and it's real people, and I'm one of them. No, I don't think about sugarcoating nothing. I don't think about, I'm like, oh, you seem nice, but you got another side. Everybody should have another side when it comes to disrespect. It comes with, of course, it's boundaries. Is a no, don't cross this level. You got to stop right here. Anybody that did something wrong, we have a right as a people to be able to talk about what someone did, especially if they have a part to play in your life. And if they cause any part or whatever, good and bad, oh, my eyes itching. We have a right to defend ourselves, pardon me, in this life. We have a right to speak up for ourselves and to tell people how we feel, or if they did something wrong, to not to cross. Unless somebody physically put their hands and try to harm you, that's a different story. But some of these people is demonic. So I'm gonna tell you, some people say, "Oh, I wouldn't put my hands on a woman." If that demon is fully live and awoke, that's not a regular human. And if it goes to attack you and you're a man, I will hope that you would defend yourself, because they don't have a problem going 7:30 and take you out because they temporarily was possessed. Possession is real and it don't look like it, because you're looking for, like on the cartoons, to have some special effects. No, it don't look like that. The people that go around talking to themselves and they got all kinds of mountains of clothes on and they just walk back and forth, those ones are in, that's what we call a spiritual prison, spiritual jail. They locked up in their mind, they can't get out. So people be very mindful, because you can end up there doing the wrong thing spiritually against another person. Because if you don't like somebody's way of living or they belief, my belief is a way of life. That's just who I am. It's not something I need to practice to be. I don't have to practice to be myself. Many people got to practice. They want to take my mannerism or try to use my voice or whatever it is that you want to do. You can't, because I'm original. You will never figure out how much more knowledge I got or how I use it or whatever it is about me. You will never know. Why? Because I'm me. And it's only one of me. And that's it. It would never be another one of me for another 1,000 years. So while I'm here, that don't mean that life is not going to happen. People are not going to try to stop me, which they are in the background, still doing dumb shit. Just people, you just got them. But I just ask for prayer and more prayer to help me to get through whatever adversities that I'm going through in my spiritual war. We all in the spiritual war, so I need us to wake up and to stop being under illusion and going to their game support and all kinds of things that look behind what you supported. The hospitals, everything is out to get us, but they make it look good. They give you all kinds of medicine. You gotta come to the hospital, get your shots. And you take all their medicine like they did for COVID. This is another COVID thing. This is a time where we need to band together and use our amendment rights. When do you supposed to stand up for yourself? When do everybody, if they take the food stamps and people that go, I hope that people hear this video. If you go into the stores and you say, well, I don't have no money or no cash or whatever the case is, my food stamps is cut, let me go and rampage the store and get whatever I want. It is such a way to be orderly. We can do a lot of things if we just be mindful to get the things that we need and have enough to share with others. So that way, if we could control ourselves, you would never need law enforcement to control what's already controlled. So even if you have to do it, why can't we go in the store like normal? Like you would normally go in the store. I'm not perpetuating anything. I'm not telling anybody to steal. I'm just saying if that is the case, and it have to be a situation like that, why as a people we cannot think about, let me use common sense, because if all of us think in the same way, rampaging or ransacking the store and just taking everything out of greed just because you can, it calls for the law to step in when we don't need them. You understand? If we can say, everybody, let's be sensible and mindful that it's people that got children and they got a large family, some got bigger families than others. So if we could be mindful, don't go in the store and get all the 20 rolls of damn packs of tissue when you know that it's other people. If we could be orderly, we don't need order to give us order that's going to come with weapons. And we are weaponless, most of us, for some of us. So what I'm saying is we can still learn to be mindful. If you banging up the stores and bringing up the glasses and going in the stores and taking jewelry or whatever it is to draw attention or to put us in a way where they say, oh, we got to lock it down because they going crazy. Our people, the conscious ones, is not out there doing that because we got better things to do, and we more highly more intelligent than that to do that, because especially if you're in your neighborhood, you don't wreck your neighborhood, you don't cause problems where you live, and you shouldn't go somewhere else to cause problems, because that's where the problem's going to follow you. Be mindful of what you do so you can get a better outcome. If the situation calls for certain things, use discernment. Whatever somebody else is doing, don't go and be the problem also. Don't be rude and ignorant also. Don't do things that's going to cause a negative attention to ourselves when we already got enough negativity out here that's working against us in the home and outside the home. Don't draw negative attention to yourself. If it comes to you, that's different, but don't be the person that is negative to draw negativity to yourself. You want to avert that and push that away. You're supposed to shun evil and do good. That's what I believe. And I believe to tell my loved ones how I believe. Excuse the noise, but it is what it is. So I just want us to be mindful of what we think, how we think, and stop thinking about that we are perfect people. And because we did so many things, the whole point about being right and being right as snow or being reborn again is to be renewed in your spirit. in your heart and your mind. Discernment, the things that we're supposed to see, your third eye, things that school cannot teach you. It doesn't teach you anything, nothing, no shape, form, or how to live this life. If you coming against situations, if you in a corner, if you being cornered and you are the only female, or you in an elevator and somebody, it doesn't teach you about life, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't prepare you about life situations, about feelings if you get your heart broken and things like that. It has nothing to do with reality except to be programmed and computerized to work for a system that works against you, and it's going to benefit you just a little bit because they give you a little bit of money, but they take most of it away from you. They give you a little bit back at the end of the year, but they keep most of it, and you never see where the rest of it go. But they're going to tell you all these little compartments: Social Security, FICA, federal, state. They're going to tell you all the necessary Medicare and all these kind of taxes that they take your money out for. And then if you reach the maximum age that of requirement of retirement, you're not even qualified to get some of the service that you work for in your life. And they say, well, you made so much, you got to pay for it. If you need a home health aid, or you need some type of assistance in your home, instead of you being covered for the years that you put in, is a no. I'm just saying, everything and paying bills once a month is just like, damn, we ever feel like we're going to ever be paid up? It's like, well, this is the way we got to do it. We got to listen to them because I don't want to get put out. It's so many people that say that they are with the Most High is very disturbing, because a lot of people y'all not, and y'all don't have faith in you. A lot of spineless people that act like they about it, and they don't, whatever the government say. Oh, you got to put this in your body, or you got to follow this, and you don't have to follow everything unless you're a follower. And then you get people that's not followers, that's unorthodox, like myself, don't follow a certain rhythm. I'm not breaking none of your laws. I'm just going to find another way to be me. Now, a lot of people like to find a way to be themselves, and we should. Then you got the ones that can't be themselves, so they hate on people like us because we could just be real with ourselves. We could say our flaws. We can say because we actually did some things and we didn't try to hide it. So when you're not hiding nothing, it's like, oh, you want to see what you got underneath there, and you look up pretty much like an open book. You don't got nothing to hide. You did what you did. You changed. The things that you went through made me a better person. I'm a better spirit today. I'm in line with the Most High. I'm going the right way. My spirit is peace. I walk that way. I travel that way. So I receive that. You got people that don't even like you to be in peace. People? Who's these people? Well, they're not just strange people. Some of them are. If they put you on a chopping block and then you become uh, dinner to everybody could get a little pick off for you. And be like, you mean like a cake, or a like a like a family style, whatever it is. I'm just saying that we're gonna have people to pick you apart. I don't mind to be picked apart, because when I think about who's picking me apart and what you want to pick me apart about, it's nonsense. Because if you think about wasting your time on how you live your life, is how we get rewarded. It's just that simple. How we treat each other, the things that we do for work or whatever it is, how we go about our life, the choices we make dictate our destiny and the rest of the way you live. And say, well, how can that be? We got control because of the choices we make. I'm going to tell you how your life is going to go. It's as simple as that. Uh, that's pretty much it. It's called Life Lessons, and I talked about a few things, and most of all, knowing who we are. By when you look in the mirror, you should see who you represent. And whatever spirit you have, that is your God. And whoever serves that's warlocks and things like that, say that. Say it. Why you gotta be scared to say if you serve Satan, if that's your God? Let people know who you serve. Don't pretend. Because a lot of people get hurt because they want to be on both sides. They want to be on the good side a little bit because that means that they're going to be tricking the good ones because they be tender. But you're going to love one and hate the other. That's the same thing with being in a karmic relationship or being with a toxic environment and a toxic way of loving. And then say, well, I know how to love. It's a different type when it's the most high type of love because it's unconditional, it's kind, it's patient, it's true, it's enduring, it's pressure, it's loud, it's quiet. It's a lot of things. It could be a lot of things. But one of the things is love, it's uplifting, is a correctness that we have to go through and say, well, why I got to go through this, Lord? Why do my life have to be hard? Why do this have to happen? Because if it didn't happen, how would you know what you're going to be? How strong would you know you are? How would you know what you're capable of? You have to be tested by things that's going to weigh you down or feel pressure, because the things that it's supposed to do is make you into something, not to marvel or get stuck over the things that we are experiencing, or the pain, or the hurt. Don't get stuck in that. Let it cry if you have to. Feel everything you need to feel, but understand what it is. Is it you that's caused your pain, or is it pain coming from the outside? Someone else is causing you pain. Then differentiate. If it's not you, and somebody else caused you pain, and you didn't deserve it for whatever the reason, then I strongly suggest you let it go. Because then you need to think about, those people can't give you nothing. If they messed up or whatever it is, they didn't have it for themselves, so they could not give it. For me, that makes it okay to me. I can let it go. I can move on. I can release and let go, because they didn't have enough love or compassion for themselves, so they could not embrace me. They cannot. Everybody is not reciprocated in that way. I'm just saying, I use myself because I'm talking. So, so whatever it is that is not being produced or given back, and it's not even give and take, let it go. If you mess up on me, I don't care how many years it is. If we had good times, and all the times we had, and we had good times, and we hung out and did all these things, and you did something to mess it up where I had to cut you off, or you did something to cut yourself off, once you walk away, whatever years in time, 8 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. Those are going out the window too. If you didn't care about it, me either. Listen, I'm just saying, people, find something to make yourself stronger over the things that happened to you or that's came to you, so you can overcome and understand these people that's coming against me. Look where their mind is at. Look what they care about, and look how they live and what they think about. And then you can make a decision. Is it worth for you to go down to their level, or to walk away and evolve? I just think about evolving. Like I'm think about being better than somebody else. I think about being better than myself. Oh, I control my emotions. I remember when I couldn't do that. I can I can walk away and absolutely release whatever it is that was attached to me. I think that's pretty amazing. I'm like, wow, who is this being that could take all these things, and pain and disrespect, and uh, for the people that you help, they wait till you get to a position, and they get funny. They want to get fly. They want to pop their collar on you. They want you to squabble and come back and beg and say, "Can you help me?" No, I wouldn't ask the user that try to crush me nothing. I don't want nothing. Don't give me nothing, and don't touch me. That's, yeah, I feel like that. Don't touch me. Don't give me nothing. If you did something to wish any harm on me, family, cousins, sisters, nieces, I don't care who you is. I don't want nobody to touch me. Don't give me nothing. Don't ask for nothing. And no, I cannot. And no, I don't want to hang out. I don't want to do nothing. Whatever you did, keep that same energy, because I'm going to keep mine. And I'm going to stay over here, but I'm staying in peace. If I'm not harming you, let me be. It will be the best thing for you and for me. Yeah, on that note. So, I'm going to leave on this note. Everybody have a good night, good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you at in the world. Peace and love and peace and blessing. Peace and love. Bye for now.